Have you ever worked with a mentor or a coach or a teacher? Hi, my name's Elaine, and I am a stand-up comic and a coach and a teacher, and I love helping people just like you get comfortable on camera and step into the next level, whatever that is for you. For some people, it is learning how to do Facebook Lives. For other people, it is getting ready for their TED Talk. For some people, it is figuring out what their signature story is. So that's some of what I do. And I want to share a story about one of the people that I work with who I am a mentor for. I heard about this woman. We have mutual friends, and I was getting a pedicure and with a friend, and this person, Donna, came in, and that she was like, that's the woman I've been talking about. And she had just started doing stand-up comedy. And so we immediately had a connection, and I kind of took her under my wing, and we have a lot in common, a lot. And it has been just amazing to watch her blossom and grow and do shows together. And I go get my hair done in her salon. And what's fun is it is just such a joy to mentor people. And I just want to say a couple of plugs. Now, teachers are awesome, but sometimes some teachers are teaching a subject that they haven't really been involved with professionally in years, sometimes decades. Unfortunately, that happens on the colleges circuit sometimes, high schools, and I know we're all supposed to stay current, but sometimes it's hard. And so sometimes a teacher is not really in the industry. I've heard that from many people who went to grad school for MBAs. I'd be like, how is it compared to, who are already having their own business? They'd be like, it is totally academia versus real life. And that's what happens with teachers. What I love about being a mentor is I'm still in it. Like, I still perform. I still go do comedy. I use comedy when I'm teaching. I use humor in every topic I talk about, whether it's in high schools or military bases or keynotes or on the college circuit. And so I am like in the trenches weekly. So that is one thing I love about being a mentor. And I think when you're looking for a mentor, you want to make sure they're still out there doing it, whatever it is, that they eat their own cooking, so to speak. That is so important. And then another thing when you're looking for a mentor is, a lot of people think, I can do it on my own. I can read a book, or I can watch YouTube videos, and that is all awesome. But one of the cool things about being with a mentor is they have already been in that path. And there are going to be nuances and things to navigate that nobody else is going to be aware of unless someone has walked that path. For instance, the comedy world. Comedy is so awesome and so fun. And like any industry, there are amazing, cool people. And then there's a couple of crazy people that you just need to learn how to kind of navigate around. And there are things as a female comedian you have to learn about that I'm not going to go into here. But if you have questions, feel free to respond to the email. There are a lot of things I learned, and there are a lot of things I learned from my mentors, and some things I learned from experience. And, that it's the kind of things you're not going to get from, some kind of how-to video or a published book from somebody who wrote comedy for Bob Hope 50 years ago. That's an awesome thing, but they're not going to understand what it's like to be a female comedian in 2017 or, So, and then another great thing about being a mentor is, they can show you the pitfalls. And one of the gifts that I have is I'm very open and I am vulnerable. That's one of the things I teach. I'm all about authenticity and being transparent. Yes, I have been performing for 40 years, 40, but I'm also like, learn from my mistakes, because I am still learning and growing. I am still an artist. I am still writing and performing and directing and doing comedy and working on this really cool project with these amazing women about like creativity and spirituality and healing. And, I'm always looking at what's next for me. And I love to share so people can learn from my mistakes so they can make their own. And then, another thing about mentorship is, I think I mentioned this earlier, but like a teacher can be somewhat removed. And so I think it's just really important when you're looking for a mentor, and I hope that you are, because if you want to go fast, get a mentor. It's one thing to read, do stuff online, read, take notes, but there is something about taking the knowledge and then having dialogue with it. And, so like when I was at the salon today, it was just so awesome. Like I help this person like kind of process what's going on, and like, oh, this happened with this set. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that happened to me. And like, because sometimes it's when you have an experience that's challenging, it's easy to think I'm the only one. And so just knowing like, oh yeah, that's part of the process. Oh yeah. And like, I told her the story of when I was in Portland, Maine, and it was a line of demarcation for me with my comedy. Like the audience was kind of wacky. There was a lot going on. And when you're new, they always say, never blame the audience. You always want to think, how could I do better? What's my comedy? How can my writing be better? My delivery, my persona. But every once in a while you have a crowd that's just like testing you or just kind of nasty. And it's almost like, and I'll never forget, like I didn't get mad, but I was like doing the stuff. I warmed them up. I was doing crowd work. And then I was doing like my heavy hitters, and they still were just like, and I said, you know what? That's a funny joke. So you can come with me or not, but I know I'm funny. I don't really need you. So you want to come, fine. If you want to sit there and whatever you're doing, fine. And that confronted them enough to go, they had new respect for me. And I do think that's a little bit regional, maybe less so now. But anyway, so that is my tip, the gift of mentorship. I love being a mentor, and I am a good mentee. I love to study and learn and share my process. And my hope in sharing all of this is to make a difference and help you with what you're up to. And I hope that you are, taking some time to complete the year and celebrate the wins, little, big, whatever. Celebrate the progress you've got, and take some time. And then it's also a great time to think about, what do I want to create in 2018? And who do I want to work with? What kind of mentor do I want? What am I up to? It's fun to think about that before, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So thank you. I hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I hope to see you on the screen soon. And I would love to, if you can hit the reply back, I'd love to know, what do you look for in a mentor? I would love to hear from you. All right. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Bye.